Our next speaker is Brooke Penny, joining us from, I believe, outside of Philadelphia. Brooke? I don't think we've got your audio.
Okay.
There we go.
Hi, I'm Brooke, and I am from the Philadelphia area. I'm a close friend of Chris Wilson. I want to give her a shout out. First of all, for getting me involved with this beautiful organization and project. And for really, I haven't ever always completely understood what she does, but she's been my friend for a long time. And I'll get into that more later. I played tennis and I met her through tennis. And ever since I was diagnosed with cancer, she's been a wonderful, wonderful support. So that said, on December 6th, 2021, I took myself to the ER by myself, where I was given a CAT scan based with what I was telling them I was feeling. And I was diagnosed through the CAT scan with pancreatic cancer. And I also had 8 liters of fluid removed. Now, this was just a few days after going to my primary care doctor. I'm not a complainer. I've gone to him for years. I don't go for any little thing. And I was trying, not knowing what I had, to describe the best I could that I feel bloated. I can't seem to eat. I'm not hungry, but I'm gaining weight and I don't feel well. And he basically sent me home telling me to take Tums. And I knew something was really wrong, so I did go to the ER where I got that diagnosis. There is a lot of cancer in my family. My sister had 2 kinds of cancer and died of, right now I can't think of the cancer. My dad had prostate cancer, and he didn't believe in doctors, so when it hit his he felt it hitting his brain, and his cognition was declining. He chose to take his life. So I actually wasn't surprised that I had cancer. Pancreatic cancer is sort of heavy to hear. A biopsy was not done at that time, but I accepted the diagnosis with less than a year to live. My children were devastated. I got my financials in order, gave away most of my clothes and jewelry to my friends. Now I want them back, but I don't really. But tried to prepare myself and my 2 grown children and grandchildren emotionally. After 2 very difficult chemos for pancreatic cancer, I got a call that they had made a mistake. There indeed was a tumor on my pancreas, but the blood work showed that it had spread from my peritoneum, and I have a rare cancer, 1 in 7 in a million, primary peritoneal cancer, which is the lining of the abdomen. And of course, that was very good news. But when I did go back to the doctor and also the gynecologist, OBGYN, who did, neither of them apologized. I mean, it put me through so much to think I didn't have long to live. And then it was good to get this diagnosis, but there was no apology or emotional affirmation that, sorry, that must have been terrible. But I do trust both my oncologist and the other GYN oncologist for for their treatment. I did have surgery after 3 treatments for peritoneal cancer, 3 chemos. I had major hysterectomy and debulking and a procedure, HIPEC, where they put chemo in your belly, and 3 more chemos. And it took me a great deal of time to recover. I felt like very weak, very, very deconditioned. And I had been a competitive tennis player for years, and felt like I had to give up tennis. And luckily, my tennis friends didn't feel the same way. And they had to plan months ahead for this inter-districts between the states in the Atlantic area. And they said, Brooke, you're on that team, and I don't want to hear no. And I said, I don't think that I can do that. And they said, no, we won't hear no. And they gave me free lessons with the local pro for I could only hit for 10 minutes at a time. And they would travel from far distances to hit with me for 15 minutes at a time. And last spring, I did get back to competitive tennis. And in the summer, I played the inter-districts. And in November, I went to nationals. Now, I am 75, and this is 75 and older that I played in nationals. But it was a dream come true. It was it thrilled me that I could work my way back not only to normal, but as a semi-elite 75-year-old athlete. And just the faith that my friends had in me helped me so much. My oncologist did want to put me on a maintenance drug after I finished my treatment, and it had a lot of side effects. And I read about it and I talked about it with people, and I decided to decline because I was so tired of feeling so sick and so tired and so anemic. I declined it. And it's with my cancer, I'm probably, almost everybody has reoccurrences with more chemo, and it can go on that way for a few years. And it could, maintenance drug could increase the time between the reoccurrences. But I'm so glad I had faith in my own decision to listen to my body, listen to how I wanted to live my life, on what terms. And I've had a wonderful year, feeling good. I went to Europe in last May, to France with my granddaughter who enjoys art. And then I've been able to, just play so much tennis and have so much joy because it is my passion. So I guess my message would be to have faith in yourself, what feels right, what doesn't feel right, to not be afraid to say no. And I will say that my doctor did not press me on that. She did not make me feel ashamed. And I would like to thank and acknowledge all the beautiful nurses and the people that helped with chemo, and many, many good things that I so appreciate. And just the love and support of all my friends I tell each of them, you have no idea how much you've helped me. I continue to have issues in my family with addiction and with mental illness. And I don't know, there's something in me that, recognizes difficulties, but refuses at the same time to give up my zest and my passion for life as long as it's given to me. And I can do both things. I can feel both things, but I am just so grateful for this life. And it's made me really be more present every day and as kind to everyone as I can, even when there's difficulties. So I didn't really go by my script very well, but that's all I'd like to say. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Brooke. That was fantastic. I remember talking to you for the first time and you were out in Arizona competing at a national tournament. And I just think that this story just is a story of triumph, as much as it is about trust and trust in yourself, right? And then one of the things that stood out, faith in yourself and what terms I wanted to live for my life. And I just thought that's another sentiment that's so important in trusting yourself, trusting your will, trusting the things that matter most to you in your healthcare journey. I don't know if Dr. Sheraton had any
Two more words, passion and zest.
Yeah.
And we will remember the passion and the zest of all that you've told us.
Thank you.